Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So, y'all, every time somebody files a lawsuit against this man, it gets worse and worse for him. It gets worse and worse for him. So now, and then worse for anybody who's associated with him because names are being called out as these people, as them being witnesses to Diddy's activities. So now we have just a few days ago, former Danity Kane member Don Richard filed a lawsuit against Diddy claiming physical and sexual abuse. So in her lawsuit, she mentioned a few times seeing Diddy getting physical with Cassie or physically abusing Cassie. So she mentioned in her lawsuit her Diddy Dirty Money bandmate Kalenna Harper was also present a few times to see Diddy abusing Cassie. And we also saw that Kalenna has come out and made a statement pretty much saying that her name is Bennett and she's not in it. She's denying all allegations of her ever being there or being a witness to any of this man's misdoings. So now we see in this lawsuit, y'all, that Dawn Richard also she's continuing to name people. She named Usher, Neyo, and Jimmy Iovine as being witnesses to Diddy's physical abuse against Cassie. So y'all, just like I said, every time a new lawsuit is filed, it gets worse and worse for him. And then it's probably getting scary for his friends because now y'all are being mentioned because y'all were there. Y'all were there. I say it all the time, just like I said, bump a whole lot of them, the way I felt about a whole lot of them after the video footage of him physically abusing Cassie came out and the whole world saw this man beating this woman up. And then you had people who were, his little friends. You had now they coming out, they mad, they angry, this, that, and the other, all of a sudden. But if y'all are friends of this man, y'all can't nobody tell me that it was not at least one time that you saw this man being monstrous towards someone. Stevie J, you've been with Bad Boy, you've been in that circle since way back when, since before Biggie's death. But he's still riding for this man. He's still riding for Puffy like he ain't never seen it. He never seen him do any wrong. But yet, every time you turn around, these lawsuits are coming out. So now these names are being thrown out of his friends who were there and who saw things going on when y'all try to act like y'all didn't know what this man was doing. Everybody, they all try to act like they were shocked by the Cassie video. They all try to act like that they were shocked by this video, but y'all done been to this man's parties. Y'all called yourselves a friend of this man. So y'all felt the need to make lives defending him. And then the video of Cassie came out, and then you wanted some of them wanted to come and apologize. They wanted to apologize. Oh, Cassie, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I just saw the video footage. Some of them came and act like they were mad at Diddy. Oh, I don't mess with him anymore. If I see him right now, I'm going to do this to him. But why you going to do this to him now when you didn't do this to him when you probably sat right there and witnessed him doing this to this girl? Not just Cassie, Kim Porter, and whoever else he was with. Like, come on, y'all. And anytime, most definitely Usher. Anytime I hear Usher's name associated with anything that had to do anything with Diddy, I'm believing it. Because Usher knows a whole lot. Don't forget that this was the same one, the same little boy, the same little 13-year-old boy whose mother thought it was cool to send him to New York to live with a grown man. So Usher seen a lot, but he ain't gonna say anything. Usher not gonna say anything. He's seen a whole lot, but he's not going to say too much. Now, Neyo, I don't know too much about what Neyo has going on. I don't know too much about Neyo really at all outside of his songs. But yeah, he probably another one. Jimmy Iovine, should we be surprised by him not wanting to say anything? Because don't forget, this the same man. Jimmy Iovine is the same one in business with Dr. Dre. And we've all heard the physical abuse stories about Dr. Dre. We heard it from Miss Chalet, and we've heard it from reporters like D. Barnes. So all of them, they will sit right there and watch and not say anything. And they will still ride for this man and still be friends with this man, knowing what he's doing because you're seeing it with your own eyes. So let me get into this part of Dawn Richards, this part of her lawsuit, because the other part, like I said, when she was mentioning Kalenna Harper, she actually mentioned Kalenna Harper 33 times in that lawsuit, and Kalenna saying that she wasn't present for anything. She didn't witness anything. So now in this part of the lawsuit, like it says, Diddy, she witnessed Diddy, that Usher, Neyo, and Jimmy Iovine were present at a dinner where he punched Cassie in the stomach, y'all. So let's get into this, y'all. And this comes from XXL magazine online, y'all. So it says a recent lawsuit filed by former Bad Boy singer Dawn Richard claims Diddy punched Cassie in the stomach at a dinner where Usher, Neyo, and Jimmy Iovine were present. On Tuesday, September 10, singer Dawn Richard filed suit against Diddy, accusing him of years of sexual, physical, and verbal abuse during her time signed to Bad Boy Records. In one part of the lawsuit obtained by XXL, Richard claims she witnessed Diddy be violent with his then girlfriend Cassie at a dinner hosted by Puff at a California restaurant in late 2009 or early 2010. Diddy invited Usher, Neyo, and Interscope label founder Jimmy Iovine, among other celebrities. Those three all allegedly witnessed the assault. Mr. Combs hissed at Cassie in a screaming whisper and forcefully punched her in the stomach, causing her to double over in visible pain, crying, the lawsuit reads. Diddy's assistant escorted Cassie out of the restaurant, and Mr. Combs remained and continued socializing with the dinner guests. Richard claimed that even though Jimmy Iovine clearly witnessed Diddy be violent with women, he inked a deal with Diddy and Bad Boy Records after the deal. Of course, I just said it. They don't care. It's just a woman. It's just a woman. Nothing comes between, nothing over their money, y'all. They don't care. That's why they sat there and they watched that, and they still, just like I just said, and just like I said in that video that I made back a few months ago when I was slamming all of Diddy's friends after the Cassie footage was released, because now all of a sudden everybody trying to sound like they mad and act like they didn't know what was going on when y'all be knowing what's going on. Y'all be knowing what's going on, but you don't, that means nothing to you. You know what's going on and it means nothing to you. Just like I said right here, Jimmy Iovine still inked the deal with him. He's still cool with him though. And then you know a white guy, he's not gonna care about a black man abusing a black woman. He's definitely not gonna care about that. He's definitely not gonna care about that. A white man ain't gonna have no cares in the world about that. But Usher and Neyo should have felt a little something. They should have felt a little ways. But just like I said again, it's all about money, and it's all about all of that, y'all. They don't be caring about no physical abuse of a woman. They don't care about that. But anywho, y'all, so let me get back to the article. Last November, Cassie sued Diddy for years of emotional, physical, and sexual abuse. The lawsuit was settled a day after Cassie filed it, and footage later emerged of Diddy assaulting Cassie in a hotel room. Diddy later apologized for the video and his actions on Instagram, though that apology has since been deleted. In Richard's lawsuit, she claims she was also subjected to relentless violence and abuse at Puff's hands during her time in Danity Kane and Diddy Dirty Money. Richard first met Diddy during her time as a contestant on his MTV reality show Making a Band in 2004, and claimed even during the audition process that Puff was vicious towards female contestants. Richard said she was forced to perform brutal 48-hour rehearsal stretches with no sleep, which caused her to lose a lot of weight and suffer from dehydration. She also claims that Puff came into her dressing room while she was naked and fondled her breasts and butt on multiple occasions. XXL has reached out to Jimmy Iovine and Neyo's team for further comment. Diddy's lawyer, Erica Wolf, sent along the following statement to XXL when reached for comment. Mr. Combs is shocked and disappointed by this lawsuit. Hold on, y'all. Before I'm gonna start that over again. But I just have to say before I start reading it, here go the same thing over and over again. Mr. Combs is shocked and disappointed by the lawsuit. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not shocked and disappointed. He said the same thing about Cassie, and then the video came out. So, come on, y'all. But anyway, just like I said, his high priced lawyers are getting paid very well to keep this man out of jail. So they're going to go above and beyond to do what they need to do to make sure that their client is straight. So anyway, y'all, this is what she says. Mr. Combs is shocked and disappointed by this lawsuit. In an attempt to rewrite history, Don Richard has now manufactured a series of false claims, all in the hopes of trying to get a payday. Conveniently timed to coincide with her album release and press tour, she wrote, if Miss Richard had such a negative experience with making a band and Danity Kane, she would not have chosen to continue working directly with Mr. Combs for dirty money, nor would she have returned for the making of the band reboot in 2020 or agreed to be featured on the Love album last year. It's unfortunate that Miss Richard has cast their 20-year friendship aside to try and get money from him, but Mr. Combs is confidently standing on truths and look forward to proving that in court. So hold on, y'all, before I go on any further. Y'all know, well, if y'all seen any of my videos about these celebrities, y'all know I don't be knowing too much about them. So I didn't know that. I knew that she was on Making a Band, and I remember hearing about her with Danny T. Kane, but I did not know that she came back. I didn't even know that there was a Making a Band reboot in 2020. Like I said, y'all, I don't be doing anything with this man, so I never looked at the original Making a Band. So I had no idea that they rebooted it in 2020, and it says that she came back on the Making a Band reboot, as well as continuing to work with him for his for the Dirty Money group that she was in with Kalenna Harper. So yeah, that does kind of question. I mean, not to say that what happened to her happened to her. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that she's lying about what happened to her. I'm not saying that at all. Maybe she felt to kept on doing it because she felt that maybe it would get her. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know her. I'm not her. So I don't know her reasons for why she kept on dealing with him. And then just like they said that she was on his last album, which was the Love album, which was released last year. So yeah, I don't get any of that, y'all. But just like I said, I'm not her. I don't know her reasons for doing what she doing, for continuing to work with him. If he was as horrible to her, and if she witnessed what she said that she witnessed from him, I don't know, y'all. Just like I said, I'm not her. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know why she would file the lawsuit right now. But at the same time, y'all, just like I said, I don't know. But I still don't think that she's lying about what she said happened to her and what she said she witnessed. I just don't think that she's lying because, again, just like I said, Diddy's lawyers are paid the money that they're being paid to keep this man out of jail. So they're going to work extremely hard to keep him out of jail. So they're going to be all up, down, and through this lawsuit trying to find anything to discredit her. And she knows this, and whoever her lawyer is, they know this. So if they wanted to continue on with the lawsuit, apparently just like I said, I just feel like she's not lying. But anyway, y'all, let me get on with the article. Richard is seeking an award for compensatory and punitive damages, attorney's fees and costs, injunctive and declaratory relief, and other remedies that the court deems appropriate. Dawn Richards' allegations come as Diddy's legal issues continue. On Tuesday, September 10, local news outlet Detroit Metro Times reported that Diddy was ordered to pay $100 million to a Michigan inmate named Derek Lee Cardillo Smith. The man accuses Puff of drugging and ripping him at a 1997 party in Detroit. Puff never showed up for a hearing, so the judgment was handed down in default. Diddy's team denies Cardillo Smith's claims and will appeal the ruling. Okay, so yeah, y'all. That's definitely a lot, y'all, because just like I said, Jimmy Iovine, all of them in the industry, all of them in the industry, we keep on looking at, like, we keep looking at single individuals. We keep looking at R. Kelly, like we were looking at R. Kelly for what he did. We're looking at Diddy for what he did. But R. Kelly and Diddy are not the only ones doing what we're looking at R. Kelly and Diddy for doing. It's a whole industry of them. A whole industry of them that's into all of that, y'all. So do we seriously think that Usher, Neyo, or Jimmy Iovine would have came to Cassie's defense? Do we seriously think that? Do we seriously think that Jimmy Iovine would have said, "Oh no, Diddy, Puffy, or whatever they were calling him around that time. Oh no, I'm not going. I don't want to. I don't want to do the deal with you any longer because you punched her in her stomach." Do you think Jimmy Iovine wouldn't have? Do you think he wouldn't have went along with his plans because Diddy punched another black woman in the stomach? That wasn't gonna. That didn't even put an inkling in his mind to not do the deal with it with Diddy. He probably was just sitting there thinking to himself, he wanted it to hurry up and be over with so they can go ahead and get to the deal. Go ahead and get this man to sign whatever it is that he needs to sign. Just like I said, y'all, in one of the, I think it was a recent video about Diddy where I was talking about Diddy's friends, and I was saying a whole lot of them are probably secretly still friends with this man. Out in public, they gonna look like they don't deal with Diddy. They don't want no dealings with Diddy or any of that. But in private, oh, they secretly calling him on the phone or whatever they're doing to communicate with him and making sure that he's okay, because at the end of the day, he's still your boy. All of this is blowing up behind sexual assaults and sexual abuse and all of that. They all into that. They're all into that. So at the end of the day, they're not gonna not let Diddy be their boy because of this. They're all into that. They're all into pedophilia, all of that that Diddy has going on. They're all into that. So they're not going to not be friends with him because of it. They're all into it. But yeah, y'all, it's just all crazy. Just like I said, every time a new lawsuit is filed on this man, it just gets worse for him and for his friends because people's names are being mentioned. And every time somebody's name is mentioned, I'm never surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I wasn't surprised with seeing Stevie J's name. I wasn't surprised. I'm not surprised with seeing Usher, Neyo, or Jimmy Iovine's name as far as being present while this man was doing the monstrous things that he was doing. They were all witnesses to this. So, but just like I said, they still gonna be friends with him. Him sexually assaulting and physically assaulting a woman doesn't mean anything to them because, like I said, allegedly in that industry, that's what they all into. They all do that. So that's not gonna be enough for them to unfriend him. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna be enough to unfriend him. So they're all, especially those ones that's part of that club, and y'all know what club I'm talking about. Those ones that's part of that club, they're into all of that. It's not just Diddy, y'all. That's what I'm saying. It's not just him. It's not just Diddy, but he's the face of it right now. Like R. Kelly was the face of what he was the face of, and then that was that on that. But just like I said, y'all, it's just getting worse and worse for him. We'll see what the next lawsuit is going to be because I'm sure it's one coming. But yeah, we'll see what the next lawsuit is going to be and who else's names will be mentioned that I won't be surprised at all to see. Because just like I said, they all knew what this man was doing. They've all been witnesses to the things he was doing. So, but anywho, y'all, thank y'all for watching my video. I'm out.